And Christianity, all kind of worship, they all say that there's hell. There's a punishment. If you do something wrong, if you're bad in this life, you're going to face judgment. And you'll be punished like this and that. So that's why a lot of fear in the hearts of your population. Not death itself, but judgment. So that's why the sinner have no freedom. They know that the end time is punishment and death. Okay? And so the second point, Jesus sets us free from slavery of sin. And all that we know. So I go very quick and then go to the third point. He redeems us through his death on the cross. We know everything about it. He sets us free from the judgment of sin. You know, when we come to the end time, Jesus just bowed his hands and I pay for this guy's sin, punishment. He showed his hand, said, I pay for it. I pay for you, I pay for you, I pay for you. So when, I don't know, maybe angel look at it, say, okay, you pass. So how happy we will, come to the angel say that you saved or not saved when he saw Jesus' scar, the nail. So we are saved by his, okay. He gave us a new nature. As we were talking, said, whoever in Christ, he's a new creature. He become new. He becoming new creature. I like that word. Because before I was baptized, the translation of this word said that whoever in Christ become new. Okay, but the new translation make more sense. Becoming a new creature. It takes process. Otherwise, first time I came out from the baptism, I said, I'm not new. I still have the same feeling. I still have same thought. I still have the same desire. I said, how come this Bible verse said that as soon as you become, in Christ, you become new? So then the new translation make more sense. So every one of us, it takes process to become a new creature in Christ. Slowly learning, growing, changing, and that's why Paul said that keep going. Took me as your example, and I took Christ as my example, So all of us try not to say that I got it. I have my diploma as a Christian. No, you don't. You have to keep learning, growing, changing, maturing. I like the word that we use to teach in church growth, Peter Wagner, perfecting. Each one of us need to go through the process of perfecting. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Every one of us is imperfect. So we need to go into that process of perfecting slowly. But this perfection will not come in this world. But as soon as we leave this world, enter the presence of God, we become perfect. Christ make us perfect. Okay, so that's what we should know. And then the fourth thought about Jesus set us free from the slavery of sin, freedom of choice. We have a choice now. As I mentioned to you, you want to sin, you choose to sin, you could. You have freedom. You know that? Whether you know or not, you choose or not. We choose, right? That's what God told Adam and Eve, you have a choice. You eat, for sure you die. If you don't eat, you have so many kind of fruit, 100,000 kind of fruit. Eat them. Now you have a choice then. To become a Christian, to be in Christ, you have choice. You have power of choice. You have freedom to choose. To me, I think that is the most powerful way of Christian life. You have a choice. When you were slave to sin, you have no choice. You say, I don't want to do it. Your sinful nature just pulls you down. Come on. Then you do it. Then you act upon your sin according to your sinful nature. That is very powerful. Okay, then, the 1 John chapter 3 verse 9 said it, no one who is born of God will continue to sin because God's seed remains in him. He cannot go on sinning because he has been born of God. I like that. Sometimes, a lot of non-Christians say, oh, you Christians so easy. You sin and then you go, oh, I'm sorry, God forgive me. And then go back and sin again. Come, oh, I'm sorry. That's why we non-Christian will kind of laugh at us who are Christian. Boy, your God is so, so easy. But for us, a Buddhist, we have toทำบุญแล้ว and do this and all kind of things in order for us to handle our sinful acts. But then, the Bible clearly said it. If we said it, we are not sin, we lie. And we not only ourselves a liar, but we make God a liar. But then the Bible said, 1 John chapter 1 verse 9 said that if we confess our sin, and He is righteous God, He is ready to forgive your sin. So that's why the letter of John, he wrote that not for the non-Christian. He wrote that letters for the Christians. He called it my brothers, my sisters. This is what I told you. So in other words, we have we have freedom of choice. And then I use this illustration. I said, oh, I have a perfect remedy. If you cut yourself, and then you use that and just rub it, and then you got no pain, and then heal. I said, would you just kind of take that as your remedy? Just say that, okay, I'm going to cut myself every day so I can put it on. You want to do that? And we just said, no, I don't want to do that. But in case if I do cut myself, the same thing happen if you and intentionally to sin. I always use this illustration, say that the life of a pig and the life of the lamb quite different. The pig, when they're in the dirty mud, they're so comfortable. They feel so good. They're good. They don't want to get out from the mud and dirty stuff, smelly stuff. But if a lamb, they don't like to be in the mud, but they have a chance to fall into it. But when they fall into the mud, they quickly jump out, and then what? They go and use their body, just kind of clean themselves up. So this is our freedom in our Christian life. We are the lamb. We are not pig. That's why I said that those who are born of God not have continued sinning, not go on sinning. You have the sense that, no, this is not the place that I want to be. You get up quick, and then you ask God to forgive you, ask God to cleanse you. So that is what our freedom and our responsibility. Okay? Okay, let's go to the third point. How to apply freedom and responsibility as a Christian living. The Bible said, live as free men. The James chapter 4 verse 7 said, resist the devil. Submit yourself then to God. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. So we as a Christian, we have, freedom to not to sin. Before that, we don't have that freedom not to sin, okay? And he said that resist the devil. A lot of times we put ourselves in a very, very dangerous place, and I have so many members ask me, Jan Richard, could I go to the bar? Jan Richard, could I sit around with all the drinking friends, or could I go to the casino, watching my friend playing cards? I said, why do you want to go there? All those places are going to tempt you. Okay, let me remember one thing. When probably you don't know that preacher, his name is Arthur Bishop, in the 60s, because I came from 60s. He's the hippie pastor. He go over the place, he hold a cross. He came to Minnesota and came to St. Paul and came to preach in our college. So he'll go to the bars, he'll go to the, prostitution and preaching gospel and bringing all the